As the Yakan weaver's hands interlace the hundreds of colorful threads together, it is like watching the history of Zamboanga happening before your very eyes. Fibers of pineapple and abaca woven like a story, one over the other, under, overlapping, crossing, all happening to create a beautiful piece of cloth, a masterpiece created with so much history and inspired by the life that is found in every corner of Zamboanga. Just like the Yakan cloth, the peninsula's culture and history was woven with as much intricacy. Zamboanga's embrace has welcomed many a visitor, each story archived and burned into the soul of anyone who has been intoxicated by the land's lingering scent of flowers. Zamboanga was sought by Spain due to its strategic spot on the southwestern tip of Mindanao, bounded by Basilan Strait and the Celebes Sea on the south and the Sulu Sea on the west. In 1635, Governor Don Juan Cerezo Salamanca built the Real Fuerza de San Jose to secure the peninsula against Moro pirates that traversed the Basilan Strait. With the construction of the fort, Chavacano, a quirky mix of the Spanish language and the different dialects of the region came about and is now the medium of communication in the city. Today, Real Fuerza de San Jose is simply called Fort Pilar and has been made into a museum and a venue for performances, a fitting tribute to the land's storied past. In many areas, European-influenced structures bring us back to those days of horse carriages and when suitors still sang love songs to their beloved. Ancestral Spanish homes still stand, adding charm and a nostalgic aura to an already modern setting. Local cathedrals and churches, designed with great attention to detail, incorporating the elegance of Spanish style to the intricate local color and texture.
Zamboangueños are a cosmopolitan people. We were exposed to foreigners. That's why we are mestizas, because we are a mixed blood actually. So the Spaniards came for 300 years, the Americans came, the Japanese came. A lot of Europeans were here. So, I mean, the blood in my veins is not pure Zamboangueña. It's actually mixed blood. And I honor that, and I respect that. And it's nice to show these things to the young Zamboangueños so that they'll know their history and their roots. Zamboanga is such a beautiful and exotic place. So I think you have to come to Zamboanga to discover Zamboanga for yourself.
The museum is the guardian of Zamboanga's cultural remnants. Pieces are being added to its collection each year, and support for its maintenance grows as well. While the Spanish heritage is alive in Zamboanga, its diverse culture would not have been without the people who came centuries before the Spanish did. The earliest settlers arriving from Indonesia in the 13th century were the Subanon, farmers who settled by the river banks. A century later came the Lutao and Samao, and much later the Tausug and Yakan. By the 15th century, Muslim groups came. The Subanon, the land's original settlers, retreated to the mountains and lived on as farmers and kept their simple lifestyles. The village of Taluksangay, known for its cultured pearls, is the dwelling of a number of Tausug and Samao family tribes. Most of the houses in the village stand on stilts, built above the dark lagoon water, its waves a soft lullaby for the dreaming. But the most unforgettable sight in Taluksangay is the oldest and perhaps grandest mosque that can be found in the peninsula. The mosque's domes and turrets cast a picture-perfect reflection on the lagoon that surrounds it. An imam, a prayer leader and elder of the mosque, tells us a little bit about the history of the village on stilts and its religious landmark.
Itong Taluksangay Mosque, ito ang kauna-unahang mosque dito sa Zamboanga Peninsula. This was built last 1885, year 1885. Ngayon, nang magkaroon na itong mosque, nakatayo na ito, ang mga taga-ibang bansa tulad ng Turkey, Malaysia, Indonesia, pati yung tong Saudi Arabia, nagsasend sila ng mga missionary nila dito, bumibisita dito.
As the waves of the past fuse with the present, we are given the City of Flowers. Its gardens are alive with orchids and bougainvilleas, and different blooms fill the air like a secret yet to be discovered. It is metaphorical of the city, always abloom with flowers and color, wilting only to make place for the birth of another just as beautiful. Zamboanga is now abuzz with the trappings of modern life. Its roads are paved and alive with bikes and jeepneys and cars and just about any mode of transport that move man and produce. Yet if one chose to keep still, it is easy to hit upon a quiet corner. Romantics can find an ideal setting at the La Vista Resort, the morning coffee attended by an expansive view of the ocean. And at dusk, the vibrantly colored vintas melting into the sunset. Pasananca Park offers the same peaceful setting with its treehouse, swimming pool, and campground where one can stay for the night. Good food isn't hard to find either. Zamboanga is awash with fresh seafoods, fish, crabs, cucaracha, seaweeds, the list goes on. Zamboanga native Sarita Hernandez tells us more about the city she so loves.
I'm so proud about my city because of the Hispanic culture, Hispanic influences that brought about as a result of the stay of the Spaniards for so many years. And apart from it, the other influences brought about by the different minority groups, and it somehow gave us a distinct personality as compared to the other cities of the country.
Zamboanga has been the muse and inspiration of many a man, and will continue to be so for the countless others who are yet to be embraced by this City of Flowers.